You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 456, recorded October 2023, posted July 2024. Praise the Nilbog.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. I use he, him pronouns, and today we are taking part in what could be the final episode of Curse of Strahd. I know I said that last time, but I'm saying it again today. Will I say it again next episode?
Yes.
To be determined. Our players are in battle with Strahd von Zarovich himself, the big bad. He's on the cover of the book, Curse of Strahd. I don't think this is a situation where they're going to talk it out and come to make amends or come to some other like mutually governing of Barovia system here. It's violence is the only language that the undead understand. So allow me to introduce our players. I will attempt to introduce them in initiative order, but it's a little challenging because the initiative order is very long with only non-player characters and bad guys in it. But
whose
first up,
fault is that?
equal parts? Yeah, equal parts. I'm only going to own 50% of this. Speaking of people who just speaked, that's a podcast way of talking. It's Aline Sims. Welcome to the podcast, Aline.
Hi, Tony. I play Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, and everyone's favorite Barovian dog, I guess, Androdite. We all use she, her pronouns. We're ready to fight.
Yeah. Also joining us, it's Dan Morin.
Hi, Tony. Any episode could be the last episode of the podcast if you are ready to flip the virtual table over and storm out angrily.
You made that joke last time, too.
Yep.
So you know.
The storm out angrily thing? Wow, I am really
I
tired.
think you said if I killed all of you. Yeah.
You did it better this
I'm
time,
changing
so
it
good
every
improvement.
time.
Yeah.
Every time
Wow,
I'm going to keep revising it.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that one more time?
Tony,
Talk about a real producer over here.
this is not the last episode.
I think that is the most passive aggressive slam you could do it. It felt like it was equal parts on me and Dan. But yeah, let's do this all again. I don't know. Erica could do with this whatever she wants. She's in charge. Also joining us, it's Dan Morin.
Hi, Tony. I really want to say something again.
I'm sorry. I'm in a weird mood. I'm having a bad day. I shouldn't have done it.
Oh, man. Hi, Tony. I play Castan Onotar's Crucible, a Warforged cleric of the god Onotar who uses they, them pronouns. I use he, him pronouns, and we are ready to get some hammer time happening.
Also joining us, Erica Ensign.
Hello. I play Brildish, the Dwarven Paladin, and her many axes. We use she, her pronouns. Brildish's celestial pony, Pony Cindelart, is still with us with a single hit point, so probably not long for this world, but that's okay. He will just go back to the celestial plane and chill out. And his pronouns are he, him.
Also joining us, it's Micah Sargent.
Hi, Tony. I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid, who has too many companions with too many different pronouns. Elevor and I use he, him pronouns. Samus, the saber-toothed tiger, uses she, her pronouns. And Danu, the fey mimic octopus, who has vamoosed for the time being, doesn't really care about pronouns.
And last but not least, this was literally determined by their rolling of initiative. It is Jane Ritt. Welcome back, Jane.
Thanks, Tony. I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue, and we both use she, her pronouns.
All right. So as I mentioned, we are in the midst of the final battle, the final confrontation with Strahd. Strahd has used a variety of horrible undead and arcane tricks. He is turned Lena's very own shadow against her. He has created mirror images of himself. He has summoned his vampire significant others, as well as a seemingly infinite supply of bats, but our heroes have been courageous and they have unleashed their own torrent of magical weaponry and whatnot. Crucible has summoned a literal avatar of Onatar, an angelic figure, to just wield a celestial hammer around and smack people. Elevor has brought forth people from the Feywild, I believe. People are using magic swords. Aragal has not turned against anyone yet. It's everything is great. We have only done 2 rounds of combat, and so we start our 3rd round of combat. Imra, you are first up. You are in the center of the action. At this point, the fight is a little bit split between Sergei von Zarovich's Strahd's long dead brother, his tomb, where the fight started, but it has kind of come up the stairs into the kind of labyrinth-like crypts where there are these huge stone columns in which there are tombs built into them, and Strahd has been kind of trying to zigzag between the columns and strike and disappear, but you have been pretty relentless as a group in terms of not giving him an opportunity to strike from the shadows. So Imra, you are not too far from Strahd, but there is a vampire spawn. One of Strahd's brides is right up in your proximity, menacing you. So I'm not sure what you will do.
Well, I think I've got to deal with the immediate threat. Unfortunately, I would like to get Strahd closer to the center of things, but I don't think that's my thing right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is move my hunter's mark to this vampire that is in front of me.
Wow,
and
you are the most competent ranger I have ever ranged with.
I have had time to think about this. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to pull out Brildish's lucky battle axe. Well, now it's mine, but I think of it as Brildish's still.
Aw, that's very sweet.
And that was an 11 to hit, which
to hit a vampire spawn, it will not hit a vampire spawn.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, do it again.
That's a 16 to hit.
A 16 will hit a vampire spawn.
All right. And that
is this vampire spawn made of wood or like plant material by any chance? Because I think this axe does extra damage.
Are you thinking of vampire broccoli? No, the vampire spawn is made of undead flesh. Why did you just want me to say undead flesh? Is that where we're going?
No. I was just thinking about the axe.
No, I'll let you know when something's made of wood.
That's the DM promise.
That's 7 points of damage plus the hunter's mark gives us an extra 3. This is a magical weapon, so I'm presuming that it does all the damage.
I apologize. Are you talking the spawn or Strahd? I think I got
spawn.
Lost.
Spawn. Sorry.
Did you switch
also
your hunter's
add
mark?
I did. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Did you also add the +1 from the +1 axe? Was that in there as well?
That was in there. Yep.
Okay, good.
So 7 damage to this vampire spawn. That is the
first. +3 for my hunter's mark.
+3 for the hunter's mark. This is the first hit on this vampire spawn. The other vampire spawn having kind of fled into the tombs due to Crucible's turn undead.
And I know that we have a healing aura, so could someone tell me what? Because I could use a little bit of healing.
I have to flick that off on my turn, but I will, and I actually have a note to heal you specifically.
Awesome. So. Okay, thank you.
All right. Micah, I believe in the order here it says Nilbog is next.
Yeah, the Nilbog and the Dryad will go on the same turn. The Nilbog is going to take the dash action to get closer to this little creep. And then the other one is going to take the dash action to get here.
All right, so they're rushing up out of Sergei's tomb, chasing Strahd through the catacombs.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
All right, next in the initiative order is Strahd's lair action. As previously established, Strahd he's just a really big bad guy. He gets all kinds of special things. He has legendary actions where he can move when it's not his turn. He gets a lair action where he gets extra things on an initiative count 20. He has other things with the word legendary in it. He's bad news. I really want to establish that. So he has a variety of things he could do as a lair action. Previously, he tore Lena's shadow from her and made a monster that attacked.
That was
people.
rude.
Yeah,
Quite.
I was thinking, I don't think you have a shadow right now because otherwise he could just do that again.
That's okay. Lena's gonna be his.
All right. Well, Lena, I think he is focused on you because you are in melee with him.
Oh yes.
So Strahd is going to he kind of starts murmuring under his breath as if he's chanting something, and you are suddenly aware of kind of like there's like a wind whistling through these catacombs, which is, I don't know, Dan, you're a homeowner now. I feel like that's not a thing you want to hear in your basement, right? Wind whistling in basement.
Yeah,
that's more of
that's an unusual place for a wind
that's
to
an
whistle.
outside sound. You don't want that as an inside sound.
Or definitely not inside underground.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's weird.
And then suddenly kind of around you rise up, Lena, angry spirits of those who have died within in Castle Ravenloft. And
Oh, jeez.
they just kind of like group around you. Do I have a picture of angry spirits? Of course I do. And these kind of just they're kind of fleeting as you see these kind of like ghost-like forms kind of rush past you. They are not going to be a token on the map, but they are going to do a life drain attack on you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
I have rolled a 23 to hit you.
Yep, that'll hit.
And did I already roll damage? Wait, I apologize. Then, so you take 9 necrotic damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I need you to do a DC 10 Constitution save. Keep in mind you may have some bonuses to saving throws and whatnot right now.
Yeah.
Erica, am I close enough?
I think you need to be
I
within
crit.
10 feet.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay,
So-
you don't need to be.
Just
because you can
knowing
crit.
that she is there, Lena feels strong.
All right. So the good news is you took damage. This life drain attack wanted to permanently reduce your total hit points, but it has
no.
not. It has not done that. It has only taken 9 damage from you. So we've done that. Next in the order is, I believe, the shadow aforementioned by Strahd, which I believe is dead. So I'm
Yep.
moving it in the
Shadow
order.
knows.
Reference acknowledged.
Don't forget that none of us can be frightened.
That's right.
Well, physically frightened.
Sorry, none of us
Mechanically
in the
frightened.
game can mechanically be frightened.
We're not
Okay.
scared of him.
Okay,
And
but
also,
as
I'm
as
not
pl-
scared of you.
as
Tony.
players. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I have no power here. Crucible, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
Are you in Canada? If you are, then you have power.
You have to tell us. It's the law. All right. Crucible's going to move to get a little closer here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, perfect.
All right.
Right behind
scampering,
Lena.
Scampering through the tombs.
Somewhat
Strahd.
limited
Imagining Crucible scamper is
options.
pretty funny.
clank, clank,
Strides.
clank, clank,
He
clank.
strides.
They're just like,
efficiently. I think we're going to cast. I don't think the problem is I'm maintaining concentration on the celestial, so it takes a lot of my other spells off the board here.
Mm-hmm.
But let's cast a 4th level guiding bolt and see what happens.
Ooh.
I'm rolling.
This is on Strahd, or you're thinking about putting Aragorn?
Oh, just right through Lena to no on Strahd. Come on.
All right. Just saying. Aragorn is still out there. He could be the mastermind behind all of this. The power behind the Strahd.
That was not a good roll. Also, D&D Beyond is not being.
I mean, that would be a heck of a
Cooperative.
twist.
I think that was an unproductive 12, unless somebody's got something to help me out on that, because
I don't have any inspiration to share. I am sorry. We used a lot of it last time.
Yeah.
you can have mine.
really?
Oh, that's right. Micah had one.
Yeah, because you told me not to give it to somebody else.
To
and I had
Aragal.
it. So you
I was
can
like,
have
that
it.
seems rude, but Aragal, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. You want to roll it, or should I roll it?
You roll it.
Okay.
I don't want to be responsible.
Yep. Fair enough.
I'll give this to you, but I'm not taking responsibility.
Exactly.
It
My life.
says it's rolling, but D&D Beyond is being uncooperative. Come on.
While
where's
you
my
do
dice?
that,
There.
I need to check something because
No.
I think I accidentally removed Strahd from the initiative
Hold on.
order, and I was like, if he doesn't get a turn, that's going to be a problem.
We did it.
We did it. We win.
We win.
We
not
win.
I'm checking it out.
Dice. Where's my dice by Peacock? It got uninstalled because I'm using a new phone.
Oh no.
Well, this is going
Good thing
great.
James isn't here.
I'm rolling in D&D in roll 20. That's what we're doing.
Oh,
It's another
that's worse.
11.
Did something happen so that your
Yay.
hardware acceleration got turned on again? Because hardware acceleration messes with the die in
I don't
D&D
know.
Beyond.
I've had problems with the dice there in the last couple weeks. Yeah, they just sometimes turn off
Maybe
the
it's-
dice rolling feature, which is great. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I missed. It's been great. Burned a 4th level spell slot and Micah's inspiration, so things are going swell.
It'll just mean that the next time you go, it'll be better.
Yeah, that's right. On the turn directly after mine, I don't think he's got a token initiative, but he always goes directly after me. It is the Celestial's turn. He is going to go 1, 2, 3. He can fly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop there. And then I think he's not much else for him to do except for continue to use his action to move. So I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. He's coming around. Can he get through that spot, Tony? Like, can he squeeze past a vampire that's trying to, like, push itself up against the wall and escape, probably, at some point?
I think it's not. I think it can't take. Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think that is probably
That's the most
extremely
he can move
unpleasant
this
for the
turn.
vampire.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the most he can move this turn anyways, so he'll stop there. But, yeah, next turn he'll just squeeze through.
All right. I am just trying to. I think when there were 4 tokens for Strahd at one point because of the mirror image, and I think I deleted
The real Strahd.
the real
Mm.
Strahd.
With a
Yeah.
real Strahd
Oh.
Shady, please stand up.
Yes.
Ew.
I
So
don't
now-
remember. I don't remember where he
I
was in
don't
the
know.
order.
I
I
don't
don't-
either.
Hey,
No.
listeners
Maybe one of
out
the
there.
listeners does. Did
I was
anybody
gonna say,
listen
somebody-
recently?
Somebody
It's very
checked the
tricky.
live stream from last week.
Well, the initiative isn't in the video. That was because I checked.
Oh.
That was my first thing to check.
Mhm.
I
is
usually
we
put the
didn't-
initiative in the video. Oh, well.
We
It's
can
not-
roll
it's there right
initiative
now.
for him.
It's there now, Dan. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm thinking of either re-rolling it. It's confusing because he takes all those
Yeah.
legendary
Layer
actions, which are
actions, yeah.
well, layer actions are on initiative 20. He gets legendary actions all the time on other people's turns. I think I'm just gonna re-roll for him because
Works for me.
yeah, I mean,
It's fine.
sorry, I feel like this is not
As
ideal.
as we wanted, Simon Welsh has just said, not in the order, so we win.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yep, that's what I get for removing. I'm gonna put him at. I just
Let me
rolled
put it this
a-
way. You ever accidentally had, like root access on a server and deleted a file? It's gone,
yeah.
man. It's gone.
I've rolled an
You're the
18 for
DM.
him. I'm gonna put him after Aragal.
Okay.
That seems. I was like, certainly he still gets a turn. I can't just take that away. All right. So Crucible, you have moved your angelic thing around. Should I give that a different color? It's kind of low contrast with the blue.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would
Um,
be good.
Make it hot pink. I don't know.
I-
Ooh, yellow.
I went with yellow because it was a celestial angel.
Yeah.
All right, Crucible. You have people are kind of chasing after Strahd. Aragal is next. Aragal is kind of more in proximity to one of the vampire spawn, but not too far from old Strahd on Zarovich.
Okay, Aragal is going to. Aragal is just going to scoot here and take a swing at this bride.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Aragal has advantage, so this will be with sneak attack. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit a vampire spawn.
Okay, so that is 9 piercing damage. Then that's also sneak attack.
And vampire spawn.
19 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then his second short sword attack does a 16 hit.
Yes. No armor.
That is 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And
I forget, does Aragal do does Aragal do poison damage?
yes.
Yes.
Will this person take poison damage?
This strange, I'm always confused by what undead things do and don't take things. And I guess it makes sense. Vampires very into blood, so they must have their own circulatory system, or at least digestive
fair.
system. So vampires do not have any, your stock vampire has no poison immunity.
DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please.
All right, rolling it. Rolled a 19 for the Constitution saving throw for the vampire.
Sadly, that vampire is not poisoned.
All right.
And that's Aragal's turn.
Yeah, that vampire is in significantly worse shape than it started things. I will say at the end of Aragal's turn, before Estrade's turn, Estrade's going to take a legendary action. That's just one of the things he does. He is going to, he's kind of locked in mortal combat here with Lena. So I think he's just going to do an unarmed attack on you. This is his thing where he just his horrible kind of claw-like hands lash out at you. Strahd does not in this form carry a weapon. He is a weapon. So I'm rolling.
Also, don't I have his weapon?
That's too emo.
I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you have Sergei's
No, I have his
sword.
brother's
You have Sergei's
weapon.
sword. He probably covets it because that's he's petty that way.
I wish I could touch it, but it's too good for me.
Yeah.
I am rolling Erica's lovely Neapolitan dice, and I have gotten.
Don't blame this on Erica.
Yeah.
I did not blame. I simply identified the dice I'm using, which every time it causes trouble. I have rolled a 22 to hit Lena.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. His hands, they do bludgeoning damage, so you'll experience 8 bludgeoning damage.
These hands, they do
hands.
bludgeoning damage.
Doesn't he
They
have
look
claws?
like
Is he just
such
like
big-
punching
It's better
me?
than these hands
I
doing
think so.
piercing damage.
And then he will also do 14 necrotic damage to you.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that second.
Smart.
Gotcha. How does
God,
uncanny
rogues are
dodge
just
work? You
so
can only use
cool.
it for a single damage source, so you can't use it for both.
Let's see.
Because
When
they're both
an
coming
attack...
from the same attack.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's when an attacker that you see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage.
I think you can have both of those damages then. 'cause
Cool.
It's a
I thought it was
single- it's
multi-attack.
No, it's a
Well,
single thing.
So the
So-
first one was 9?
It was 8, and 14, so I think you'll take 4 and 7.
Gotcha.
And if it matters, one is bludgeoning, one's necrotic.
Perfect.
All right. Let's see. So that was technically the end of Argyle's turn because Strahd is a jerk. And
Yeah.
next it is Strahd's turn, and he just looks at you disapprovingly. Lena, you have taken a little bit of damage from Strahd. How do you appear standing there in the catacombs? Is it just a flesh wound, or is it starting to add up?
It is starting to add up. She is bloody, but not bloodied in that distinction.
All right. Well, I think Strahd, for his turn, he is going to continue to push his attack on you. Let's see. Now, Strahd would regenerate hit points, but I believe he has recently taken some radiant damage from jerks. So
Good guys.
You guys. So he would love to regenerate 20 hit points at the start of his turn, but I don't think he can do
Wouldn't
that.
we all, Strahd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also, fun fact, can't do that if he is submerged in running water.
For the record,
We can make
Dunk
that
tank,
happen.
dunk
We
tank.
can give
Listener-
Strahd a swirly.
A dunk tank is not running water.
listener JP did the research, and Strahd had rolled a 16 and went after Bruldish, just so everyone is aware.
I will say
So we're close.
I was pretty close.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Yeah.
apologize. Thank you.
I just wanted to give that shout out to listener
This whole
JP
fight
for
has
doing
an
that work.
asterisk,
Yes, thank
Tony.
you.
This
Yeah.
is, well, you know, I just want to say, like, I appreciate that we have so many people watching the live stream. Like, literally the number of NPCs here, it clearly takes a small team of people to make this happen. So,
Well, you haven't even seen all the
um,
producers and crew that are behind the scenes making this
I
work.
mean, Strahd has not gone yet. I could let Broldish go.
Up
you,
to
do,
you.
you must do what you feel is right, of course.
I'm letting Broldish go.
Okay.
Strahd's, you know, he took his legendary action. He's thinking about what he'll do. Yeah.
All right.
It's not good.
So undo that damage. And
Perhaps I will hug someone next turn.
Okay, so given that, let's see. All right, well, the Strahd went zipping past. Lena went zipping past. Vasilka went zipping past. The Angel went zipping past, and a Nilbog. Like, everybody has run
Everyone
past
went
Broldish.
that way.
It's like a
okay.
Scooby-Doo episode.
Especially, I mean, I feel like Broldish, you were like, I'm going to hold the stairs. And Strahd is like, I can move without incurring opportunity
I
attacks.
was not pleased about that.
Yeah.
And I'm on a pony, so I can go pretty fast. But before I do that, I can see Imra from here, and I can see that Imra has been somewhat injured. And next time I will definitely be able to see Lena and do that. But for now, I can do my Aura of Vitality as a bonus action to give back 5 hit points.
Excellent. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's 2d6 every time. So it's not like a ton. There's no addition. But
Better
then
than nothing.
Broldish and Pony will go. I'm just going to move me here. 5, 15. Broldish can, like, Pony is just, like, clumping through everyone. Yep. All the way around.
A horse
And-
appears.
Yeah.
Sorry, a pony.
Celestial Pony coming through. Make a hole. And just a pony-sized hole with the 5-foot dwarf on top. And then, is just going to say, in Hela's name, I charge you to stand still, you filthy coward. And then swing at him with the Sacred Battle Axe.
I don't like this narrative where Strahd is a coward for not just standing still and letting like 12 people beat on him.
Well, I mean,
Then he
he's
should
been
have
bragging.
behaved differently.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's
Then he
like,
shouldn't be
he's
a
running
coward.
around. It's his house. He lives here. He's, he's
He
marshaling
unlives
forces.
here.
Well,
Unfortunately, I rolled really, really poorly. So even with my magic, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, I'm guessing probably does not.
14 will not hit
Not hit.
Strahd.
Yep.
I will say, you remember last episode, I think you established that his armor class was 16, which
16,
people were
yep.
surprised at how low that was. So,
Yeah, I didn't like that. And I was
Yeah.
gonna do a crap ton of radiant damage too, but I didn't roll high enough. So Pony, however, Pony, who is probably going to be taken out by bats once again at the next time they attack, is going to rear up on his hind hooves and swat at Strahd. And I actually specifically got up before we started to go get my sparkly celestial dice to see if Pony Cindelar would be able to make contact with something in this battle. And I rolled a 2, so never mind. My turn is done.
Okay. Well, Strahd's turn is next, and he looks between Lena and Broldish, and I think he's going to focus. You know, you are both very threatening targets, but one of you has
Actually
a
can do
glowing
damage?
sword, you know, and is already, you know, having a blood situation. So
That's a
I'm
very
going to-
diplomatic and terrible way to put it.
yep.
I'm
Blood
going to impose
situation.
disadvantage
Terrible band.
on that roll by swinging my shield out in between Strahd and
That is an
Um,
excellent
Lena.
tactical choice. Let's see how it goes. Strahd is going to attack you. Lena, I am rolling using aforementioned Neapolitan dice. Strahd, moving in correct initiative order. Thank you, JP. First roll is a 14. Second roll is even lower. So Strahd does. He kind of tries to get you with his fists, Lena, and you are dodging and weaving. He would have loved to grab you and then feast upon your blood, but that has not happened, and so he will attempt to simply hit you again.
I can't do anything about this. Also,
Can't
I was
do
supposed
anything.
to have advantage against Strahd, and I totally forgot.
I have rolled a 23 to hit you, Lena Delina.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's going to do 8 more bludgeoning damage and 14 more necrotic damage. Yeah.
But you get to have that with Uncanny Dodge, right?
That's only my reaction.
Mm.
I use it, so I can't do it twice in a round. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
All right. At the end of let's see. I think just reading here, you can only use a legendary action on any time let's see. The end of another creature's turn. He can't take a legendary action on his own turn. That's fair.
I call shenanigans.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't give yourself a high five.
He's trying. Well, I was mainly thinking about the order of operations for what is about to happen. So he ends his turn. In the distance, in the catacombs, there is the sound, perhaps the familiar sound of hooves on stone. And, but they
Wonderhorse.
seem faster, angrier, and fierier than a pony. For Bucephalus, the Wonder Horse has returned. Bucephalus is, of course, Strahd's nightmare, a horrible, fiery horse thing. It has fiery hooves, fiery tail, fiery mane, otherwise jet black, mouthful of fire, and it just kind of comes roaring out of the darkness of the catacombs. Intent, I think, probably on picking up his master and taking him for a ride. But sadly for the Wunderhorse, there is another equine between the Wunderhorse and his master.
Too much
So
horse
I
on
think-
horse violence for me. Tony.
I think. Well, I think we are going to start with that. I think the nightmare is just going to try and pummel Pony Cinderella.
Has this turned into like Pokemon? Like there's like a fairy type.
We talked
horse?
about that last time because you
Yep.
all have been like summoning a million
Yeah.
things. So
And it's still true.
Yep.
Still true.
Bye, pony.
Yeah.
I can't even impose disadvantage because I already tried that.
Well, I will say the nightmare is a little more scary than I think he is an effective monster.
Yeah, but this is a pony.
It's a celestial pony.
I just say that like there's no rules for celestial ponies, so he gets
Oh,
nothing
what?
special.
This whole adventure has been based on
I mean,
a lie.
he really is celestial, but he doesn't get any benefits for being celestial except for the fact that he gets to live on the celestial plane when he's gone.
I rolled a critical fail on my whoop attack.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Yes.
Praise the celestial gods.
So the
So-
bats will do it.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll
That's
still
a-
be bats. It's always
that's
bats
a-
and flies for pony.
Yeah, that's a 7 to attack
I mean, that's close,
pony.
but no.
Yeah, but no. So the Bucephalus rears up and makes a fearsome whinny, except with a spooky reverb that Eric will add in later, and tries to pummel Pony Cinderlart. But I imagine Pony Cinderlart is just like sidestepping. Can a pony sidestep? Pony
Yeah.
Cinderlart is
Oh,
a celestial
absolutely.
pony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Pony Cinderlart can, and trying to. Let me tell you, if a nightmare hits you, it's real bad because it's like being hit by a small train. They do bludgeoning and fire damage.
Well, then maybe it is best that the character with one hit point take that and then go poof.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's better
Not this
is
time.
nobody gets hit and nobody takes it. So Bucephalus is not successful, but I will tell you, Bucephalus, being a large flaming horse, is now kind of a cork in the stopper here in terms of your ability to head further into the catacombs. You must go through this flaming horse. Seeing the kind of tactical advantage of that, Strahd's going to use a legendary action on Bucephalus' turn, not his own turn, and he is going to move up to his speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
I hate this
And he
guy.
is going to use that to go 30 feet, passing, leaving Lena, passing by Brolish, ducking past his own horse, and kind of heading further into the catacombs.
Coward.
So,
guy
so
is
he
a-
just
yeah.
baseball slides under his horse's legs.
Yep. Whoosh.
NIMBY
He would do
PMB.
like a pommel horse vault over the horse, but it's a very tall horse.
It's a little on the nose to do pommel horse.
Yeah,
over a
pommel
horse.
horse on horse. Yeah.
It's like a hat on a hat on a horse.
Hat
on a horse.
hat. All right. Elevor, you are next.
Yeah. Elevor is going to move and is going to reach out and place a hand on Lena and will cure wounds. So let's see
Thanks.
what we've got here. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. That's an
So
8.
mad at myself for forgetting my advantage.
Is it 3d8? Yeah, 3d8. That's a 9. I need a d8, please. There you are. Okay. Oh, that's great.
I like the sound of that.
That's 22 health.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I rolled 2 8s on my d8s. So 22 healing as Elevor casts Cure Wounds on Lena Doolina.
Excellent.
And then I think that's it for now because I've still got to maintain concentration to keep my friends around.
All right. After Elevor is the swarm of bats. So you are in the catacombs of Ravenloft. There are seemingly infinite bats swirling around you, raining down from the ceiling, and they are deeply loyal to Strahd / disloyal to people that have invaded their house. And so everyone, please roll against you. That's right. I have distributed the attack rolls to the players. A bat attack. Bats roll, what do they roll? I believe +4 to hit.
4, yeah.
Yeah, +4 to hit. And please manage this for all of your many NPCs, angels,
Bye, pony.
grad school roommates, and so on. Because a bat swarm attacking you, if it hits, does 5 damage.
Yes. Once again, Pony is taken out by a swarm. They're the worst. And I think because Brildish was expecting this, and because she was, riding a pony, her feet were practically on the ground anyway.
Yeah.
I would like to think that Brildish doesn't land on her butt this time. She just stands up.
All right. I feel like the Bucephalus has a kind of an air of probably annoyance that bats have done what a Wonder Horse could not.
Bats hit
That's
both
crit against Aragol.
Oh no!
See, bats against Aragol and Pony, they are the worst.
Aragol has like a bunch of bats like in his shirt.
Yeah.
I want to be clear. Vasilka is 100% fine.
Okay.
Good.
Aragol loves to oscillate between like strangely badass and a comic relief buffoon.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. He's like
100%.
the perfect like needle thing, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
bats!
His intense Luigi energy.
Steps on a banana peel.
Mm-hmm. Dan, do the bats attack your angel?
Oh, that's a good question. Sure, I'll roll for that too.
Do bats attack a angel? How many bats can dance on a...
Ahead of an angel.
They hit Imra.
Team, which I think is not very
They got
good.
Samus and Elevor.
All right, that sounds like collectively a lot of bat damage that I have dealt out.
Oh yeah. No.
As we wrap
Angel's
up,
fine. I'm fine, and Vasilka's fine.
All right, Lena, you're next, followed by Vasilka.
Your angel's name is Angel?
It's a little on the nose, but
I really appreciate that everyone in the party is dedicated to keeping Lena alive.
Lena's the
That
only one
being
who can
said,
do any
she is
damage
going.
right now.
She is going to take off running. So we're going to use my
Lena,
cunning action.
I was going to say there is a horse in the way. You could have to cut your way through a horse, the old battle chestnut.
Please do not suggest to her to cut her way through a horse, because she will literally cut her way through that horse.
Well,
yeah,
That's a little
that
gross.
that was not a metaphor. But you could.
Am I threatened by the horse currently?
No,
Like, are we?
But I was also
okay.
going to say you could also potentially kind of try and. I think the challenge is you don't exactly know where Strahd is, but you could kind of run pass in the other direction, kind of try and cut around the horse through the pillars of the catacombs to try
Or
and
leap
find
over
Strahd.
the horse using
leap over a
Brildish
horse.
as
Or-
a convenient,
You're also,
shield.
you're also a
man.
rogue, and you probably have a variety of ways to,
I mean, I seem to remember us practicing at some point
Yeah.
a shield
This is
quick
true.
lift.
So I do have. So I'm torn because I think if I can, I actually can get into melee with him if I am able to ascertain where he is, and I don't know if this has ever been useful.
now's the time.
Yeah. So I have a trait that allows me to make perception and investigation checks while I am moving full speed. And it's just a bonus action.
Would you like to use that to track a vampire within the catacombs of Ravenloft? That vampire not being one of the lesser there are plenty of vampires here, but a specific vampire.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, so first I'm going to take my cunning action to take the dash action.
Ah, nice.
Rogues are cool.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you're like,
Six.
I'm not dealing with this horse. You run away from the horse, turn a couple corners, and at this point are, probably not distance-wise that far from your friends, but completely out of line of sight of them.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. And I think when Strahd scurried under the Vunder horse's legs, she just yelled in frustration. Okay, so let's make a perception check. Oh, does a 14 see a vampire in his lair?
I think so. You got very close to him, and he did not use an action to hide or anything like that. 'Cause
Gotcha.
He didn't have that many actions. So I think you have chased him down. He was planning to, find a nice hiding place and strike from the shadows, and you have wasted no time in getting them. Also, fun fact: you are still in vicinity to the Wonder Horse. Part of what makes the Wonder Horse so wonderful is that the Wonder Horse provides bright illumination within 10 feet and dim light for an additional 10 feet. So, the place Strahd is not, it's his dark, shadowy, spooky catacombs,
But it's
except
like
there's
lit
a
by
giant
sparkly
glowing horse.
rainbows.
Well, I think it's more of a fiery inferno, but
Sparkly
yeah,
rainbows.
You catch him amongst the dancing shadows, and it looks like using your incredible rogue movement abilities, close with him.
Yeah.
He seems taken aback by this.
She's very mad.
Yeah,
Okay. So we're going to swing at him with the sun sword. That is only a 15. That doesn't hit.
is it only a 15? Because that's very close.
I know it's very close. Yeah, and I already used my bonus action. So
I think he ducks, and your sun sword just lightsaber cuts out a corner of the column next to him.
that's true. That's true. And she screams in frustration again.
All right.
Now we all know where Strahd is.
Yes, and where
yeah.
Lena is.
And let's see here. I think Strahd is seeing the way things are going. He is going to take another legendary action now because
This guy.
you gotta use them.
This
And
man
he's-
and his legendary actions.
You
it's
can't
just
take them with
ridiculous.
you.
Yeah, he's gonna just try and he basically has two types of unarmed strikes. He does Lena. There's the one where he pummels you with his fists, and there's the one where he attempts to grab you so that he can then feed on your blood. I think that one is kind of an investment in the future, and Strahd is living for the now. So he is just going to try and pummel you, and I have rolled a 12. So
Can one of us temporarily replace our blood with antifreeze and then have him bite us?
somebody roll medicine to see if that's a good idea or not.
Hold on.
Vasilka,
Let's see.
Vasilka, it's your
I
turn.
got an 8.
As far as you know, that is traditional elf medicine.
I mean, Vasilka's blood could be antifreeze for all we know.
That's true.
That seems offensive toward golems, but but also
We could ask.
possibly.
But then
possibly
she'd be able to
accurate.
walk everywhere in the winter, and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I
And also
guess.
she tastes vaguely sweet to
Uh-huh.
animals.
Yep.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, definitely
No,
don't.
Yeah, do not put
It will do
antifreeze
kidney damage.
in your flesh golems. Do not.
Yeah, don't.
Or your own flesh. Just
Mhm.
Yeah, your own flesh.
please leave
Don't
the
trick any
antifreeze alone.
vampires with antifreeze. That none of those things. Do as we say, not as we do or say.
All right, so it's Vasilica's
Anyway.
turn. And she is going to, she's kind of a straight line sort of person. So she's going to stalk like thump, thump, thump up towards the Wonder Horse. I think she's going to like punch a horse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Punch that horse. Horse puncher.
Punch the
Horse
nightmare.
puncher. It's a great anime, by the way.
I was thinking it's just a great nickname. Vasilka Horse Puncher.
How did she get that nickname?
Oh, you're about to find out. It's 2 slam attacks. So I'm going to roll 2d20.
I don't know if you all remember, but a horse's armor class is not great because they're a horse.
That is a 25 and a 21.
That is
I imagine
way
those-
unnecessary. Yeah. So Vasilka kind of stomps up there and just. I imagine that the horse is like kind of staring down Broldish, and so is not paying attention as Vasilka just like punches it in the side repeatedly.
Vasilka
It's not even repeatedly. It's a literally like a 1, and the horse is and then like
And then
the
again.
second the left hook comes around.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Kids don't
Blazing
punch horses
Saddles
at
where
all,
somebody
unless-
punches a horse.
Unless they're nightmares, in which case, I
go
don't know.
nuts.
Ask your parents.
In which case, you should run.
yeah.
Vasilka's ambidextrous.
Yeah, that's right. Means you can punch a horse with both hands. That is 26 bludgeoning damage.
26 total bludgeoning damage. We just check that horses don't love bludgeoning damage or something. Nope, they don't. She is-
You creep. More bludgeoning damage.
Bucephalus is immune to fire damage. These weren't fire fists on Vasilka.
Does Bucephalus deal fire damage? Like, there's no like fire or like punching a horse
Maybe we
does
should
not.
ice.
If it tramples you, you would take fire damage.
Okay,
Yes.
but
But
'cause
yeah.
she doesn't like fire. But if
She just
if it's
doesn't
not,
punch him in the fire parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she's smarter
Yeah,
than that.
don't punch him in the main, which
Only
was
the
already
charcoal parts.
probably not like a great.
But that's the
place
main place
otherwise.
to punch him.
No, Dan,
Or
it's
like
not.
the
I mean,
mouth.
Yeah.
Don't punch
There-
a horse in the mouth.
Yeah,
Don't punch a gift
don't,
horse in the
don't-
mouth,
Don't
like
loco
the old
house horse in
saying.
the mouth. Don't punch it in the mouth. Don't anything with the mouth. I mean, you have created a situation here where you have taken a character that does not like fire and put them in close contact with a creature that is like 17% fire. So,
17%. Odds are low.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
I'm just other fun facts as I'm reading Bucephalus' stat block. Bucephalus can understand Common and Infernal, but can't speak either of them. So
Aw.
yeah,
So,
you know.
not as good
Honestly,
as
that's
Pony
better
was,
because
who could
Elevor would
be
have been
telepathic.
bothered by if
Talking
it was
horses.
speaking and going, "Don't hurt me," then that would have
okay.
been troublesome.
Be like,
Elevor
oh,
had-
that sounds like what I say when I transform into my druid.
You might be a druid.
Don't punch me, bro.
You might be a druid if
Yes.
I was going to tell a story, but it might be a spoiler for an adventure I'll run for some people here another time, so I won't. So it is the vampire spawn's turn. 3 out of the 4 vampire spawn are still kind of cowering in the corner of the catacombs. Crucible, tell me, do they have any opportunity to save against that or any such business?
I believe it lasts for a minute. It is
Okay,
the-
so
yeah,
no.
just turn undead. So
All right, so
Enjoy.
they're locked in that. A single vampire spawn is still available and seems to be locked in combat, I think, with Imra. So it's gonna focus on you, Imra. It's just gonna do 2 claw attacks. And let's see here. I have done a 13 to hit. Doesn't sound very exciting. A
No.
16 to hit.
Yep.
16 hits you. Horrible vampire claws. Great against you. You take 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
Just checking. Vampire could have grappled you, but is not going to. has this vampire recently taken radiant damage? I don't think so.
Don't think
It's
so.
gonna regain some hit
Poison,
points.
but not radiant. Yeah.
It's gonna regain some hit points.
Damn.
But it's not a full Strahd situation. All right. I know this fight is giant and complex and involved. We have finished another round of combat. All right, Imra, you are first, followed by the Nilbog. So
All right, well, they hit me, I hit back, I guess.
Yeah, classic.
So, again, still have the battle axe out. That's a 21 to hit.
definitely hits a vampire spawn.
And I do 6 slashing damage with that. My second, 23 to hit.
Golly.
Yeah.
I feel like worries me a little bit, but that's another 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then my hunter's mark, so that's 3 more damage.
All right.
And I'm gonna stay here.
All right. That vampire has taken a lot of damage, not bloodied, but definitely exasperated. Micah, it is Team Woodland Spirits.
Yes, the Nilbog rushes forward and just says, I think, smelly. And you now must succeed on a DC 12 wisdom saving throw, vampire spawn.
Oh, the vampire spawn. Let's see
Yes.
here. +3 to my wisdom save. I have gotten a 21. I rolled a 19 plus 3.
Annoying.
Wow.
That's
This is
annoying.
one of it's not Strahd's oldest bride, but one that has seen the world the most.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. It's good. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Cool. The Dryad is going to rush forward, and as the Dryad rushes forward, you see her touch the sort of club that she's carrying and whispers some words and kind of lights up as Shillelagh takes action. And then she will strike out for an attack against Bucephalus Zavundahorse, and will roll a natural 20.
Nice.
And so that's going to be okay, 1d8 plus 4, so 2d8 plus 4. Let me grab those. That's 6, 9. That's 13 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Let me note that. 13 bludgeoning damage to Bucephalus the Vundahorse. Bucephalus has taken soaked a decent amount of damage so far, and yet is still continuing.
And I think just to add insult to injury, because dryads can speak to beasts and plants, and I don't think it's a plant, but I do think it's a beast, we'll just say, flee or die. And that's all.
Okay. Lair action for Strahd is next. I think Strahd is going to summon more kind of tormented spirits of Ravenloft here in the crypt to attack
These guys
Lena
are so
Delina.
emo.
I have rolled a critical success. 24 to hit Lena Delina.
Yeah.
You are going to take 21 necrotic damage
Oh, come on.
and do a DC 10 Constitution save to see if that also reduces your hit points by 21.
Okay, well, first I'm going to use my uncanny dodge.
Good.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
choice. Good choice.
So that is going to be 11 damage, and then Constitution. Would you believe that that's another crit?
Yeah,
Woo!
I
Nice.
would.
You don't need a crit on a saving throw. You only
I
need
know.
like an
It's still
11.
nice though. Feels good.
I
Yeah,
know.
Feels good.
That's because of the eye contact. It's
Okay,
like, what?
yeah.
You want to send tormented souls at me? I am the tormented soul.
Mm-hmm. Backstory. All right. So you've taken your half of 21 damage. Crucible, you are next.
Okay,
Looks like you are on vampire or horse duty.
Am I?
Vampire or horse.
10,
The opposite of dog and
15,
pony.
20, 25, 30.
Good.
Opposite of a dog
Don't
is
leave
a
Lena alone. I
vampire.
like this.
Yeah. First question is, Lena, what's your health at?
My
Great.
health is at a cool 35 out of 70.
Okay, could be a lot
Alright.
worse. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, yes.
Let's
Thank you for that
do-
healing last round, Elevor.
All right, we're gonna
Just
do
in time for you to go.
Yeah, I was
Right.
like, well, because the thing is, that I was going to do it anyway. But it was like, if she dies, she dies.
Okay, let's do a third level healing word for you. That is 9 hit points. Sorry, that was not great. I rolled 2 1s out of 44.
44.
44, but not 44. 2 1s. And then as my action, because that was a bonus action, I can cast a cantrip. So I'm going to... I can't see Strahd, presumably, from here.
Oh, I think you could see the corner of him.
I could see a
Yeah,
corner of Strahd.
I think you totally can. He's
Just a
right
little
next to
Strahd
Lena.
corner.
You see Lena, you see Strahd.
All right. In that case, I'm going to attempt a Sacred Flame.
Nice.
Crucible reaches out his fingers, like light flickers from them like a lightning bolt almost, but holy and cool. Make a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw.
DC 16 dexterity save for Strahd von Zarovich. A critical success.
Well, he doesn't have to rub it in.
You know, Erica, before you gave me these dice, I don't know if you got to see them, but it's like, so they're Neapolitan, which is, of course, delightful. But the way they split the strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate is that the 20 is like right on top of the
Oh yeah,
Strawberry.
it's the strawberry.
So it's like immediately you can see it there. It's a very
Fun.
rewarding. I'm sorry, I'm using it against all of you,
No, you're not.
but that is the roles we have in this life.
That was my turn. So Angel's turn. 5, 10, 15. All right. Can I hit Bucephalus from here? Tony.
If the Nilbog can, then the angel should be able to.
All
Yeah,
right,
Nilbog
great.
did.
That's what I like to hear.
I mean, Dan, it's a horse. It's not like hiding.
It's an angel, you know.
It's a big horse, and it's a big angel. So when they come together,
magic
you know,
happens.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go with a multi-attack radiant mace. D20, so that's 2 attacks.
Is that like when you spray somebody with mace and light it on fire with a lighter?
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
That was
Sounds
2
amazing.
very bad rolls.
Oh no!
I rolled a 3 and a 6. What's the bonus here? Stop going away, spell. Bonus is my spell attack modifier, which is +8. So an 11 and a 14. Do either
That's
of those hit
damage?
a horse?
Oh no, that's to hit.
14 will hit a horse or a
Okay,
nightmare.
So 1 hit with a radiant mace. This interface is really bugging me. I keep trying to bring up the panel for this, and it like wants to put it away. Lock. That's what we're doing. Okay, that is 1 plus 3 plus the spells range. Okay, that's cool. So damage for that is 11 radiant damage.
I was gonna say no one has done radiant damage to Strahd recently.
Oh, this is
Oh,
to
wait,
the
sorry.
horse.
This is the
Have they done
horse.
it to the horse? And-
Technically, the answer is no. It's just less of a big deal. Sorry, I was thinking about Strahd. You know me, just thinking about Strahd.
Just thinking about Strahd.
Just Strahd things.
And then a
Yeah.
creature within 10 feet of the target, which is, I guess, the Nilbog, Bruldish. Actually, that's almost anybody, isn't it? 10 feet of the target.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's big.
In that case, Lena, since I think you need it the most. Bruldish, you're okay, right?
Yeah, I'm great.
Lena, you get 8 temporary hit points on top of
Sweet.
your heal.
Yes, we love this.
It like arcs through the horse to Lena.
It's horse fortified.
Horse-defied?
Smells like hay.
Hay is for horses. I'm done.
Singed
for
hay.
horses. You know, it's been a little while, which is to say it's been like a turn. Strahd's going to do a legendary action. He gets to do 3 of these per round. Here's another one. Lena.
This is why it takes so long, Tony. I should have asterisked
Yeah,
it.
maybe
I'll
we
play
can
another round of
cut
Strahd. We'll
down.
just
Yeah,
cut it down a
Strahd.
bit.
He
Lena-
saw
Sit
with
it
me
out.
with the temporary HP and was like, I gotta get me some of that.
Yeah. Yum, yum, yum. 21 to hit.
That will.
You know the deal. 8
Where do these
8
21s
bludgeoning.
keep coming from?
Well, he has +9 to hit, and I roll. Also, all I only have to do is roll in the low teens, or in this case, 12. James Thompson, check my math. So you know the deal. 8
He's in your
bludgeoning
computer.
damage, 14 necrotic damage. Moving on to Argal, followed by Broldish.
All right, Argal is going to stab a bride.
Stab. Hey.
Woo!
Not Miss
That's an
though.
11
Yeah,
to
I
hit.
got nervous.
11 will not hit a vampire spawn.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. Argal has a multi-attack, and this one won't be embarrassing. I'm sure of it.
That's not his style at all. Remember that time he tried to murder all of you?
That's
he
a
fought-
14?
So close. 15 is the armor class of a
Dang
vampire spawn.
it!
He saw Imra get hit, and now he's having.
He
like,
still has like a bat
crisis.
flapping around in his
Yeah.
tunic. He's
Several.
like, "Ah."
Tickles.
Yeah, and that is the turn of the badass assassin.
Yep. Broldish.
All right. Broldish is so mad that there is something in between her and Strahd, who she has advantage against, even if she hasn't used it, that she's just like standing on the ground now. Pony's gone, horse is still here. Don't like that. Just gonna inhale his name and rolls a 3 on the die. So
we are
that's
not doing
great.
so hot here, friends.
No. Also, I completely forgot I was supposed to get 2 attacks at Strahd, both with advantage last time, and I didn't do either of those things. So if we lose, it's my fault. You
It's
can
No,
blame me.
Erica's
there's
fault.
enough fault to go around, Erica.
It's not my fault. Well, I guess kind
It's
of is.
almost all your fault.
All right,
Oh.
so I get my second attack. That is a 16 on the die, so I'm hoping that actually hits.
A 16 will hit a horse.
Yeah.
Before you get math involved, a 16 will hit
Yeah,
a horse.
I don't want to math
I see
this.
no reason to bring math into this.
All right. Inhale his name. Let's do some damage. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11 points of slashing magical damage. And
All right.
I mean, if that
And
if that doesn't kill him,
No, it does not.
I'm
But it
I didn't think so.
bloodies Bucephalus. You cut a terrible wound
Bucephalus has
into this
so
nightmare
many
horse.
hit
I'm going to
points.
burn
Yes,
one of my
it's
first level spell
Bucephalus was
slots.
triple digit hit points. So,
Ugh.
you know.
So I'm going to
He's
burn
a
one of my
wonder horse.
I wonder how I can kill him. And one of the ways that I can try to do that is by burning one of my first level spells to do a divine smite. And I get an extra D8 of... It's radiant damage. I don't think he cares that much. But at this point, I may not get to attack Strahd. So I'm just going to use some of these. Is he a fiend or undead?
Is
By any
he
chance?
a fiend or undead?
I'm
He is
assuming
a
not.
large fiend, neutrally dead.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay,
Yeah.
that means so I get 2 extra D8 plus 1 D8 for against undead or fiends. So
Yeah.
yay! So I'm going to roll one of the pony dice in honor of Pony
Aw.
Cindelart.
R.I.P..
Cindelart. Yep. Mhm.
Well, not that P. You will see him again soon. All right. F. Rest
Eventually.
of the
8 and 8 is
Reading is
16,
fundamental.
17, 18 points of
Ooh.
radiant damage.
That is
Nice.
Nice.
how you try to kill a horse, people.
Erica, please clip
Bucephalus
that
is
line
not
for out of
happy.
context. TPK.
yeah,
Why will that be used against me in a court of law?
Oh, 100%.
I
Also, the court
Now-
of public opinion. Pretty much any court I can get away with.
wow.
All right. Now, Imra is
Basketball
kind of around
court.
the corner for me, but I'm sure I can still see her. I'm just wondering, like, who should I be healing, Lena or Imra? And Imra, how are you doing?
I have 45 of 71 hit points.
I have
think
30
Lena
out
needs
of
it more.
70.
I think
Yeah.
in part also because I can see part of Lena better than I can see part of I don't actually need line of sight, but it helps for me to, know which characters are doing What? So that's 9 points of
Thank
healing
you.
to you, Lena. And that's it for my turn.
All right. Guess who's next? It's
Me?
your buddy,
No.
Strahd von Z. He's
Oh,
rebranded.
I don't like that at all.
Yes,
Mm,
he's
rebrand.
rebranded. He's hip, and the kids are not vibing it. I'm looking at his thing. So first off, exciting news for me, Team Strahd. No one did radiant damage to Strahd last turn.
I know.
He regains 20 hit points.
Sugar.
Dang it.
That is
20.
I know. It seems unfair.
It is
I didn't write
unfair.
this book. And with that 20 hit points comes a sense of, bravado.
Yeah,
And
it's 3 more legendary actions.
Strahd he's been kind of pummeling Lena, thinking that he is fighting for his life, and now he thinks the tables have turned. And he will attempt to use a charm attack on
Oh, God.
Lena.
Oh,
Lena.
no.
Lena, you have been so focused on him, and now the vampire's eyes stare back into you, and
Oh,
you
no.
suddenly, it's like there's almost like a sense of vertigo as you feel yourself like tumbling into the like black abyss that is his eyes. Let's see. Strahd targets one humanoid he can see within 30 feet of him. Check. If the target can see Strahd, check. The target must succeed on a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw against this magic.
17?
Does anybody have
He
inspiration
has
to share?
been-
No, I gave it.
He has been studying the dark arts for several lifetimes. He is.
Do I get any like aura bonuses to saves from being near you, Brildish? Am I
You are
close enough?
within that
Close
aura.
enough.
Oh,
No, you have to be
What-
within 10 feet for that.
No.
What is the-
Mm-hmm.
The aura allows her to heal.
That's
Got
just
it.
healing, yeah. Unfortunately, the big...
You make all wisdom saving throws with advantage
What was
because
that-
of
what
the
was that-
hero's feat.
That's true.
DC?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
17.
Was the DC 17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great news, I rolled a 17.
Woo!
You
All
do have to
right.
roll with advantage.
Good. Nice to cut it real close there.
Yeah.
Drama.
Drama.
Theoretically, as characters, or theoretically, the players don't know what a thing will do, but
Oh,
I'm just
we know
going to
it's
share
bad.
it with you because I feel like this is a part of psychological warfare. That's part of my Dungeon Master style. Should you have failed, Lena, you would have regarded Strahd as a trusted ally, and there's a
Uh-huh.
variety of things that go along with that. But I feel like those words are enough to unsettle you as is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also,
Yep.
my modifier is a 2. So I was very lucky on that roll.
All right, so that was Strahd's turn. But he, he feels confident. Perhaps foolishly so. Bucephalus is next. Bucephalus is badly hurt, and there is a dwarf that has delivered a lot of the hurting in the immediate vicinity. And so Bucephalus does a hoof attack and rolled a not very impressive 12 to hit.
I know how to dodge hooves.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did some training and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
Pony and I spar. Like,
Yeah.
it's a thing.
It just, I don't know, for some reason it seems very comical. Elevor.
Oh, it is.
On Elevor's turn, first Elevor shouts out, "Remember the delicious meal we had earlier? All of you are cured of all diseases and poisons. You become immune to poison and being frightened, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Also, remember that your hit point maximum increased by a certain amount. That was a really low roll that made me sad. And you gain the same number of hit points, which were also really low. And those benefits
4.
are lasting for 24 hours. So don't forget." And then it sort of gets a nosebleed because he was thinking about like out of game roles and things.
Thanks, JP.
Yeah, and then comes back into himself and is going to I think he's going to do what he was going to do before, which is sort of squeeze in close to the angel and also attack the Wunderhorse. And goes for a bite on the Wunderhorse. And
This is Elevor is biting the horse, not Samus or anything
yes,
like this.
this is Elevor
bite,
because he's
biting a horse.
going all primal savagery.
right.
15 which I believe
15
is
hits a horse.
a hit. And so that is 2d10. Is that acid damage?
Your bites do
yes,
acid damage?
Yeah, this is called Primal Savagery, and basically his teeth lengthen and his claws lengthen, and he like...
What
and then
animal
they go
is
back to
known for
normal.
doing acid damage?
I think it's supposed to be like a snake.
Okay, I would think that would be more poison, but okay.
Yeah, me
whatever.
too.
Yeah, what's the
Gary,
total damage?
Listen,
Oh.
I will tell you that in un momento.
I think rust devils are beasts.
Is that a 9? So that's 16 acid damage.
Bucephalus the Wonder Horse is having a bad day.
Because he had a bad day.
Bucephalus the Wonder Horse looks extremely unwell.
Good.
Yeah, honestly, good.
It is the Swarm of Bats' turn. Everyone, for each of your many characters that you control, plus 4 to hit you, 5 bat damage if the bats hit. Please report back to me on the bat report on how much damage.
Bat to you. Okay.
Now the bat crit on Lena. So
Oh no, right in the face.
But
Yeah.
they don't do crit damage. They still
They
just
don't do crit damage.
What's
Yeah.
it? +4 again.
Plus 4
Yeah.
to hit.
And
And they miss Brildish.
9.
Samus gets hit. Elevor does
I
not.
think
right.
Vasilka gets hit.
Elevor, I don't know if it super matters. Samus hasn't done anything in a while. You said last episode that Samus was going to be basically focused on providing you with
Help
I did
help
say that,
action.
didn't
help.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you want to. If you want to retcon that Samus has been kind of following behind you, that's fine by me.
Yeah, because
you could have been doing that.
Yes.
So
And luckily, all of my hits have hit. So
I think you have decided that you've reached a point where Samus is more useful, basically, not for dealing damage, but for providing advantage for other people's attacks.
Yes.
So, okay. All right.
I am down. Imra's down to 40 hit points out of 67. Just
Okay.
little update.
All right. Bat weather report is completed. Lena, it is your turn.
Lena wants to hit Strahd with a sun sword. Let's see if she can.
Let's see if she can.
That's a 27.
Yeah.
That'll hit Strahd in
Seems
his
like she can.
fancy flowing robes that he wears
So
instead of some
that is
practical armor.
13 radiant damage followed by 24 radiant damage.
Oh, I love it.
You know,
Thank
he's
God we
not
take
away
feeling
those
so smug
healing.
about that 20 damage that he just regenerated because
Mhm.
it's gone. as in addition to some additional damage. You can do the math on how much I just did because
18.
I have to track his health. Something like that approximately.
24
Yeah.
plus 14. He got 20. So that, yeah.
Yeah. So things are suddenly, not looking as great. And especially, when you do radiant damage to him, it's like you're stealing 20 hit points from him in the future.
It's true. You wouldn't download a hit point.
I mean, if you've got 0 hit points, you should download every hit point you can get.
Yeah, that's true. I guess downloading hit points is kind of a vampire's whole thing.
Yep.
Let's see, we're gonna have her go
Hit point
here
pirate.
just in case he gets any ideas about that door behind us.
There is, you have headed around. I'll tell you, there is a door off to your east, Lena. It's just a crypt door, so it does not look any kind of functionally different than any of the
Gotcha.
other doors on the, there's lots of doors that have gone unopened to the crypts around you. I think you know that further south there is a big opening that leads to to a large Zarovich family tomb that you poked around in before. So,
Yep. Sounds good.
all right. This is not going great for Strahd. Strahd's going to use a lair action, and he is going to move his speed without incurring opportunity attacks.
Coward.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is scampering, I guess, not very villainously, not very intimidatingly, and leaving his horse to die. I think Strahd might not be a good guy, people.
Finally, we're figuring it out.
For several reasons.
I don't think you live hundreds of years, committing to, every fight that comes your way. So that's what he does. Vasilka, it is your turn to punch a horse.
Bash that
That's
horse.
That's what I'm doing. I'm
Vasilka horse
punching
puncher.
a horse because that's my name.
Dan, I'm just going to say, I believe Vasilka has multi-attack.
Indeed.
Roll those attacks one at a time. You might not need both of them.
Okay. The first one is a 17 to hit.
17 will hit a horse. Roll that damage.
13 bludgeoning damage.
And the horse is down. Vasilka whacks that flaming horse in the face, and poor Bucephalus crumples to the ground, and then I think just turns into ash that blows away.
Good night, our sweet
Good.
prince.
Mainly because it would be like a real pain to deal with
I don't want
disposing
to
of
have
the
to
body
clamber
of a
over.
nightmare horse.
We're all
Yeah, that would
just
be
horse
fire
dust
hazard.
in the wind.
Yep.
All right. Vasilka
1 million
stalks,
candles.
doesn't even
Yeah.
pause, just stalks down 5,
Yep.
10, 15, 20, 25, steps up next to Lena and like just gives a look like inquisitive,
Yeah,
like,
like,
where,
what's next?
where is Strahd?
Lena points.
Okay.
I think she could
Vasilka
still maybe see
nods.
Strahd.
I think
Nah.
I'm going to say that you
Yeah.
are. Strahd
That's a good line.
Strahd is putting distance between all of you. He has not had the resources to fully hide. So I think you are in general
Coward.
aware of his location in the
Maybe
catacombs.
his dramatic cloak habit isn't
flapping. Yeah.
He's like helping in his
he's standing
stealth.
behind a column, but like 8 feet of cloak is flapping in the breeze next to the column. You know. So, you have not seen the last of me. Well, but maybe you have, because I don't want to die here. I think the vampire spawn are next, and the vampire spawn they're gonna attack you, Imra. That's what they do.
So, well,
Oh,
okay, but see, here's the thing: is that the Nilbog did call that one smelly, and
You
I
think that was enough to provoke the vampire spawn to walk away from Imra and Aragal and provoke two
well, it's right in
opportunity
front. It's right here.
No, it's right in front
Oh,
of
you're
him.
right there.
Yeah.
It's focused on Imra. I appreciate.
Oh, come on! It also swung and has been cackling the whole time.
Yeah,
All
and
right, fine.
Argal's
It's
pretty
gonna do-
threatening.
You know
Argal's
what?
also pretty threatening. He has a bat in his shirt.
You know what? The vampire is going to attempt to dispatch you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna do a claw attack, and it's gonna think about whether I believe it can choose after it hits whether to do damage or grapple you.
Okay.
23 to hit. I apologize. What is this?
A
Woodland creature?
Nilbog.
Is that?
And-
Are they
oh.
both Nilbogs?
The one, so the dryad's away. The dryad's over by Bucephalus.
Oh, I think I had flipped them in my head. I thought that the dryad was the green one and the Nilbog
It
was
probably
the orange
was
one.
originally,
Oh, okay.
but I promise, at least for this time around, I've been playing this as the Nilbog the whole time.
Got it.
Yep.
So the vampire spawn reaches down and just kind of embraces this little.
It tries.
Oh, what?
I'm
Have
going to
I
need
been
it
lured
to.
into a trap? By
You may
Micah
have
Sargent?
been lured into a trap by Micah Sargent.
I
I'm
love
going to
it.
need you to make a DC 12 charisma saving throw, please, if you want to try to hit this Nilbog.
I
Dang it!
I rolled an 18. Haha!
All right.
The trapper has become the trappee.
Hit
Um,
this Nilbog.
So go ahead. Yes.
So I think you just got grabbed by a vampire. Is just like you planned, Nilbog.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's fine.
All right.
Everything is coming together.
All right. I'm a little uncertain about the next plan. It will now that you have been grappled by it, attempt to just let it plug its little fangs into your neck. And that is a 12 is not very impressive to hit you.
Okay, so I think because you're attempting to damage me again, any creature that attempts to damage the Nilbog must first succeed on a DC 12 charisma saving throw. So I think you have to succeed again because you are attempting to damage me again.
Okay. I'll roll it.
All right.
7 charisma saving throw doesn't seem very impressive.
It does
So-
not. And
so,
now
like,
that you've failed on
vampire
that
is, like,
charisma save, go ahead.
Thinking about biting you in the neck and is like, oh, but he's so small.
Yeah, and so small and so sweet because now you suddenly become charmed until the end of your next turn.
What?
And
Are
you must
vampires
spend
immune to charm?
not in this case. It's so it typically sorry. Vampires might be immune to charm. I don't know if vampire spawn are.
Vampire
but
spawn
usually
are not.
undead can't be charmed. It's usually only humanoids and I think humanoids and beasts that can be charmed. But in this case, it's any creature.
I will also say, I think, vampires as a powerful undead bring along some of the kind of, things that usually are reserved for the living. So vampire spawn has no immunity to charm. They are immune. They resist necrotic is all they got.
And you have to spend your next
blood.
turn praising the Nilbog.
All right, the Nilbog.
I will put a little token. This token represents, it looks like a guy shouting. That is the vampire praising the Nilbog. I will say, I don't think the vampire has been taking radiant damage recently, so it's going to regenerate some hit points. So its turn is not a complete loss.
But that's positive conditioning. The Nilbog has taught him that by praising the Nilbog, he regenerates hit points.
Yes.
Somebody put praise the Nilbog in the in the title.
I thought you meant for a note for next time.
Yeah. All right. So we have completed a second round, or a third and a fourth round of combat here in the basements of Ravenloft. Strahd has taken some damage. Strahd has dealt a lot of damage. The fight is now like this sprawling multi-part horse murder spread across the catacombs. But several important allies of Strahd, chief among them Bucephalus, the Wonder Horse, have fallen, and I suspect our adventurers are going to converge on the Vampire Lord, hopefully to dispatch him in another few rounds. But Strahd is crafty. Strahd is all-knowing, and Strahd intends to destroy as many as he can before he himself is destroyed. Who will be among the destroyed? Maybe just the horse. We don't know. For answers to questions such as that, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.
The Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members